For over 20 years, brand experience agency Fieldwork has been challenging the ordinary. That's why we exist. Now, it's time for us to share insights we have gained to help you along your journey. My name is Josh, and I'll be your host.
Come with me. We're going to be going off to Hemsedal in Norway, a ski resort, to meet up with a bunch of professional speakers to learn what they know about helping you become a better presenter. Let's go see what they've got to say.
So yeah, no one laughed at my joke.
I live out of being a public speaker. I talk about the future, technology.
I talk about courage.
I'm also known as Sumo Grizzly. Been doing sumo wrestling for 14 years.
I'm an entrepreneur.
I speak about how to get out of a life of crime.
We're going to be sharing not only tips that these folks have given us to help you present better, but we're also going to be sharing some of their failures and how they overcame these failures. Believe me, you're going to want to hear these stories. Do you have any tips on how people could be more confident?
Yeah, but being overconfident, because I ended up at a period in my life believing that I was a Superman, and I just met up, did my talk, and then kind of forgot to be present there and then I'm back to preparation, and that's why this has ended up being my kind of thing, that you need to be prepared, you need to practice, you need to take every assignment seriously. And be as well prepared as you can, because if you're not, you're going to screw up. Yeah. That hurts really, really bad.
The best way to feel confident on stage is just practice.
Practice.
Walking around in my home, practicing sentence by sentence, slide by slide, and just make every slide count.
You don't have to be perfect. Try to love yourself when you're speaking spelling mistakes, like me now speaking English. I don't do that for my native English, but anyone knows I'm from abroad. But I don't care. And people love people that are authentic. So don't be yourself.
Go on TEDx, YouTube's fine, what makes you feel good, copy paste and make it natural for you, and rehearse, just keep on doing it, yeah.
Learn how to control yourself, how to improve yourself, not like I did that and all the goals, but how to be with yourself, endure yourself, because this you can use if you need to talk in public, you can use if you meet a person, you can use if you are on your own. And the ability to regulate gives you more space, it gives you more confidence, and it gives you more possibilities.
I can be nervous as hell, and I should be really stressed out. But then, the only thing that makes me perform, and I've seen it in many other people, is when they just tap into what they really want to talk about, what they really care about, how amazing this thing that you know about, this thing that you're passionate about is, and how much you want to share that with others, and just focus on that.
One thing you can do, pound your chest. I have my theme song from the wrestling, and that always goes straight into grizzly mode. So just to have your own song, blast it in your earphones right before you go up on that stage. It's like creates this persona that takes all the positive things that's you and just gets it to the forefront, and you get the job done.
So what I do to spice it up a bit is to do stuff and start new stuff where I'm a beginner, and I love being a beginner because it keeps me humble. I know that I don't know shit. I don't know nothing, and I have to learn this, and I'm nervous, and I'm stressed, and what do? I guess what I do, I put myself into a situation where I fail a lot.
Good.
And I love it. And I also love how it keeps me humble, and love how it keeps me curious, hungry to learn more, to show myself, to come back again, comebacks. I feel like I don't really care about whether I did it well enough or was this perfect. Can you please tell me, did you like it? I don't care about it. The only thing I care about is, do you think it has potential? That's good enough for me.
One of the things that I have learned, I'm not afraid of fucking up anymore. I know I'm gonna do it. I will fuck up. And of course, I don't know when I'm gonna fuck up. So why should I go around and be afraid of fucking up?
bring it on. When it comes, I have to handle it. I have to tackle it somehow. But it's gonna happen on stage, off stage, in life. So reducing that fear, I think for me that has been life changing as a public speaker, but also as a human being.
Okay, what have you bombed in the past?
Oh, it's so many. What's the name in English again? Farting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I forgot what I was supposed to say. My point. The whole point of talking about 5 minutes, and I just forgot.
Of course, I forget what I'm supposed to say.
The essence of it, and how to find back. So I have to own it, admit it, and ask the audience for help.
And sometimes I even forget the words I'm going to say. Where was I again? And then I interact with the audience, and they are so keen to help me.
One time I get a bad review, and that was actually because I hadn't taken enough importance in the start with the personal story. I was going to have a course that I held 1 million times, and I must admit my husband was very sick. He was in the hospital, and I was thinking, and I took this assignment because I was thinking, I've done it 1 million times. That's exactly what I need. I need to get away from the hospital a little bit without being too personal here. And so I went on the scene because I was like, this is piece of cake. And I hadn't put my mood into the personal beginning story. So I started with the fumbling. I just lost it. And they, I didn't catch the audience from the beginning. She seems a little bit insecure, maybe, I don't know. So it comes back to the story. That's why I think that's the most important thing, to give a good advice. Be aware of a good start.
One time, I was very emotional, and that shake me off. And I was like, how do I take this from here? And I stopped, and I was telling them, sorry, but today, this is getting emotional. And then you're shaking, you're sweating, and your voice is a bit different. And I tell them. And then I get the confidence again.
The worst thing that's happened to me is that I was at this very big conference, and probably the biggest conference I've been on. And then I wanted to crack a joke, and I was so focused on my joke, and I was so focused on how to deliver it, how to make it good, how to make it perfect. And then I was so invested in this that I didn't realize that the person that spoke before me spoke about something that was really sad, and he literally made everyone cry. So when I came on the stage, everyone were like overwhelmed, they were sad. And I was so focused on cracking this joke, and I went and I cracked the joke. And then after the presentation, I was like, oh my God. People were depressed when I went on that stage, and he had shared something so vulnerable. So after that, I learned that I cannot just look at my own presentation, but I need to focus on the entire context. So yeah, no one laughed at my joke.
If there's any tips that you would like to share in terms of how to help people become better presenters, drop them below. If there's any failure stories, throw it down there. We would love to hear from you. Anyway, okay, bye.